Hi. Today's topic is, again, a viewer email, and this one is called Intercultural Marriage. Help. Here's your letter, Sarah. I got it, and it's long, and it sounds like you've got a lot of stuff going on. And I first want to say that you asked me whether or not this relationship is healthy, and I think you know the answer already. No, it's not. The fact that it's intercultural is very important, but also it's not the only answer as to why things are going wrong here. I would say that there's a grave, deep violation of boundaries going on between your in-laws and you, the couple. What Sarah writes us is she's in an intercultural marriage, and the in-laws that they were living with, they no longer are living with, but they were living with them. They have amazing impact on this relationship, and essentially they have really brought some rather 18th century traditions to modern world, Western world, a modern marriage. And it's unfortunate because it's, there's some illegalities going on. Number one, you say that your mother-in-law says that if you speak louder than your husband, that he has a right to hit you. I want to say right now that in the laws of this land in Canada, and I know that in the United States as well, no one has a right to hit you. No one has a right to hit a woman. This is called assault, and you can call the police if that happens. So by all means, utilize the services in your area, because that's not acceptable. Plus, you say that your father-in-law is very volatile. Well, the problem really isn't your in-laws. The problem is you and your husband getting clear on what is acceptable to you as a couple and what is acceptable to you as a woman, as a human being, whether you're a male or a female. This is something that, a lot of people tend to forget or let go by the wayside in favor of love or marriage. And what I want to say here is that you and your husband really need to separate yourselves from the meddling in-laws, I gotta say. Have a relationship with them, but I gotta say, what is healthy is probably, once every couple of weeks, once a month, you guys visit, but sort of daily intruding on your quality of life, on your relationship, on having unasked for opinions about your life and about your relationship is just unacceptable. You're adults. And I sense, Sarah, that you've tried to please your family and please your husband prior to getting married, but what you've done is you've landed yourself in a situation where they think it's acceptable for them to impose upon you, an adult, what is right and what is wrong. And really, you have a right to decide what is right and what is wrong without someone else making any kind of an opinion about that. And it sounds like you've also not clearly established your sense of power, your sense of entitlement, your sense of who you are as a woman in this relationship. And frankly, it's not even about a woman or man thing. It's about a human being having a right as an adult to determine what it is that she or he would like to do in their lives. And you and your husband need to have a conversation, and many conversations at that, possibly some therapy. I really hope you get some therapy, where you are establishing, what is okay for you and what is not okay for you. I sense that you're afraid of your husband and how he's going to feel about you speaking about, his parents. Listen, the primary priority in a relationship ought to be each other. Everything else is secondary. The husband and the wife are first. After that comes the kids. After that comes the parents. After that, the jobs, etc. And possibly not in exactly that order, but no matter how you slice it or dice it, you and your husband are first, okay? And everyone else that is meddling needs to step aside. And your husband needs to know that if that does not occur, what I'm recommending to you is you need to decide, again, deal breakers, whether or not this is how you want to live, and whether or not you are compromising your very, not even just independence, you're compromising your very self when you have this kind of constant meddling, interfering, boundary violations by external other people other than the two people in this marriage. Also, you claim to be walking around on eggshells. Well, anybody who's walking around on eggshells regarding anybody, you need to know that that is a flawed relationship that needs to be, dealt with. You need to realize that no matter who or what the relationship is with, if you are walking around on eggshells, you're clearly afraid. You're afraid of reactions that are coming to you, and therefore you're sort of buying a lot of trouble because you're not saying, hey, I don't want to walk around on eggshells. I don't want to live my life constantly afraid. And it sounds like you are, Sarah. And you are really cheating yourself of a quality of life, in my opinion. Also, it's really tragic to me that you feel you need to keep secret your personal relationship with your mother and father. You have a right to this. Wake up. Wake up to the fact that you have a right to your relationship with your parents without hiding that. You are not the in-law's daughter. You are your parents' daughter and will always be. Whatever the culture says, you're living in North America now, from what I understand, and you are living this life. You're not living in 18th century somewhere else. You're living here. And here we have rights. You are entitled to your independence. You're entitled to speak your mind. You're entitled to do what you need to do for yourself. And you're entitled to have you and your husband be priority number one. Everyone else needs to take second, third, fourth place. All right, Sarah, keep me posted. I hope that was helpful. If you have any other questions, do email me at askvictoria@rogers.com. Have a wonderful day, Sarah, and good luck.